What's going on, everybody? And welcome to J Sports Seattle. If you're coming from the Mariners video, welcome. If you're just coming here from just your first time viewing the video today, also welcome. But today, I'm going to be talking about the Seahawks. And in this video, I'm going to be previewing the game against the, why am I spacing? The Buccaneers on Sunday. And this is going to be a good game, and I'm just going to preview it. So, if you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more Seahawks and Seattle sports content. And without further ado, let's get on with the video. All right, so we have after coming off a mini bye, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming in all the way from Florida, from Tampa, beautiful city by the way, to our house, and they are undefeated on the road so far to start the season, but they are coming to our house, and it'll be like a 10 o'clock game for them, but in reverse, if that makes sense. So these guys are probably gonna be tired, and they're not looking too hot injury wise and health wise. So I'll get into that in a bit, but I'm kind of just gonna preview on like what's going on, who they have, and what we can do to beat these guys. So obviously we know they got Baker Mayfield. He has been a baller this year. He kind of threw a costly pick last game, but overall, I mean, he's been a solid quarterback this year. 83 of 139 is magnificent. So he is playing at a Pro Bowl level once more, as always. So, well, I wouldn't say as always, but once more. Secondly, they got Bucky Irving, although he is ruled out, and kind of a little bit of a spoiler on the injuries, but he is ruled out, so he won't be in on Sunday. But they also got Egbuka from Ohio State, another Ohio State wide receiver who's just going to be good in this league. It's because he's the next JSN. He's literally JSN 2.0. So he's going to be in for the game, but he's also facing off his former teammate. So obviously they got Vita Vea, who's been an absolute stud at nose tackle these past few years for Tampa. And then they got Tyke Smith. I was about to say if that was Tyreek Smith. GG. That's all I can say. But Tyke Smith leading the team, tackles with 33, tied. Same as with Ernest Jones. 33 leads the team with tackles, 33. So Sam Darnold is having a magnificent season so far. He has a 70% completion percentage so far in the season. And 5 TDs to 2 interceptions. Hasn't thrown knock on wood, has not thrown an interception since the Steelers game where, honestly, the interceptions weren't his fault except for the first one. The second one wasn't his fault. But, this is good to see. We got 2 really good teams going at it, albeit both are injured. But, Baker, from what I've seen, he's been getting sacked a lot this year. So their O-line hasn't been the best. I don't know if they have Tristan Wirfs. I think he's in. But I mean, here's the injuries right here. This is who we have out. Don't even need that anymore. So Jamel Dean, he's out. That's gonna be a huge loss in the secondary. Mike Evans, he's out again with a hamstring injury. That's a massive loss in the wide receiving core. Bucky Irving, who's out. That's their bell cow back. So like he needs to be in, but he's out. Christian Izian, I don't know if he's a starter, but he's out. Benjamin Morrison out. So they're missing some safety. They're missing some DB depth, and they're missing some offensive pieces. But we're also missing some offensive pieces, and we kind of have the same thing for us. Obviously, maybe not on an extreme scale, but on the defense, definitely bad. We got DeMarcus Lawrence, who's out with the quadriceps. Julian Love out again with a hamstring, probably aggravated it in that game against the Cardinals. I understand keep putting him in that Cardinals game though. Like that's a division game, and we need those division games. So we already lost to the Niners, so we needed to win that game. Devin Witherspoon, he's out again. I think he probably re-aggravated his knee injury against that Cardinals game. In that Cardinals game as well, and just not good. Obviously, we know Robbie Woods is on IR, but Josh Jones is out again. He's a swing tackle. He's like a veteran swing tackle depth. That's what he is. So, that's a veteran presence out. That's probably why we signed that one guy. I forgot his name. I think it was Logan something. But we got some people out as well as them. So, it's going to be a battle of injured teams versus injured teams. So, the way that we can, like I said, the way we can, win on defense is you got to put pressure on Baker. Obviously, that works with a lot of quarterbacks, but especially on Baker, because even though he is mobile, you get to him quick enough, he will not have enough time to react. He won't be, and he'll force a mistake like he did in against the Eagles. And he can make plays though. So you gotta take away his options. Gotta take away Egbuka. Bucky Irving is out, so we shouldn't have too much of an issue stopping the run. But you still got to take the run defense seriously, and we got to perform well against whoever they have. And I don't know who their backup is, but we're gonna have to show up and show out there. And offensively, the way we got to do is what Sam's been doing the past couple of games. Keep spreading the ball out. Don't force it. He didn't force it to Jason in the first half. He gave it to people that were open. He took what the defense gave him. That's what you got to do as a quarterback in this league. And when JSN was open, he was open for him when he needed him to be. So hopefully we got to continue that trend. We got to keep spreading out the ball. We got playmakers that we drafted this year. That's can up and coming. Torrey Horton, Elijah Arroyo, AJ Barner from last year, who's becoming more and more involved in the offense. We got to continue to get this we got to get this ground game going somehow, man. Like, the ground game has not been good so far again this year. We've had one game where we had over 100 rushing yards. Not good. So we need to do better on the ground. I know Mike is furious at that, and he wants to be better on the ground. The O-line's just got to be better. And Zabel's got to be better in run blocking. He's been pretty good in pass blocking, but he's got to be really, really good in run blocking. That 4th and 1 that we could have converted, that very short 4th and 1, Charbonnet could have slipped through, but Zabel blew his block. I know he's a rookie, but he's a first-round pick, and I want him to, prove that he is a first-round pick. And I think he has, though, so far. He's a rookie. He's going to get beat. I can't put that solely on him, but I am going to want him to step up, because our left guard position has been horrible these past several years. And he's doing great. You know what? I got to count my blessings. But I'm expecting greatness. So obviously, I want to expect greatness from someone who's drafted in the first round, and especially a top offensive lineman. So, but I'm not worried about him. I think he'll do well in this game. I'm really worried about Anthony Bradford. He's been horrible this year so far. He's missed blocks, missed assignments. He has not been good at all, and we need to find somebody else. We need to either make a trade or draft somebody else in the offseason. But he is not good at right guard at all. And Christian Haynes is on the IR, so we cannot use him. Excuse me. Just not looking good overall. I'm going to take a swig of water real quick, because my mouth is dry. Oops. But yeah, O-line's got to do a little bit better in the running game. Passing wise, O-line has been doing a great job so far, pass blocking wise, but I need the run protection to be better, and we will be a much better offense if the run protection is much better. It'll open up the passing game way more than it already is, and we're doing pretty well in the passing game so far. So you got to continue running the ball. You got to get better at running the ball, and keep our defense off the field. Have long drives to get their defense tired, wear out that D line, and then on defense we gotta capitalize on third downs. Last week against the Cardinals, I think we were allowed half of their third down attempts. Got to do better. I know Mike knows that. We got to do better. But we had so many chances to ice that game. Albeit the refs had to step in. I'm not one to use the refs a lot, but the refs stepped in a lot that game to keep it close, and I was not happy. And you just got to do better. Running the ball defensively, you got to get off the third down on defense, and running the ball should be the biggest priorities moving forward. So, we play at home tomorrow. We won last week against the Saints in a blowout, spectacular blowout fashion. The Bucs are coming off on a short week, off a pretty bad loss against the Eagles. They're injured. They're going across the country. But you can't underestimate these guys. So it's the NFL any given Sunday. So excuse me. So you gotta show up and show out again on home turf. You gotta take back home field advantage. So but I think that's all I have for this video. If you haven't already, check out my Mariners video where I do a little preview on the postseason tomorrow for the divisional game against the Tigers. So I'll have that linked in the description and at the end of the video. And if you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more Seahawks and Seattle sports content. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good night, and go Hawks, go Mariners, and go Kraken.